Hello, 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 and welcome back to the A Show with the Kings, a pro wrestling podcast. I am Justin, not here with Mills today, right? Mills is gone. Got a special guest coming in. Decided to start the show just without this person already. It's gonna be, of course, Armon. Okay, gotta have Armon here, but I wanted to start it here early before he got here. Actually, he just checked in right here. But he's probably gonna be like shocked because he doesn't know. I've already started the show, Armon.
You're here, baby.
Yeah, we here. So I wanted to start the show early before you had got here because obviously I don't know when he's gonna fucking say it. Okay, I don't know when he's gonna announce it. Rather, right? But Meals has started a new journey, a new job this
Yes,
week.
sir.
So he needed a bit of a time to kind of get acclimated to his new settings and all that, this, that, and the thing. That happened to me like a month ago when I took a time. But once again, the same as Emil said, and when it happened to me, like you're on this journey for so long, you know what I'm saying? And when you get to the end of that journey, it's a sense of remark and just like relief, but also like I gotta lock back in. You know what I mean? So Mills
Absolutely.
is definitely on that right now, and I know how bad he wanted this. I know how bad he was looking, as bad as I was, looking, and I always knew that we would get we would get jobs very close to each other, and that's
Yeah.
literally exactly what happened.
It's scary because you guys got laid off around the same time too.
Yes,
You're
yeah,
like in like a month of each other.
yeah. Like it definitely was like very very close, but also like we kind of went through that whole thing together, and there were times when it just seemed unfathomable. All of the BS that I went through with applying to places, all the stuff he went through, the doors slammed in our faces, the doors we thought were open that would then become slammed in our faces. But listen, I know how bad he wanted this. I know how much he is worked hard to get to where he is right now, and I'll let him kind of announce where he's at and what he's doing. But I think what he's doing now is the right thing for him, and it's the foot in the right door to get him to the places that the things that he really wants to do. And I'm incredibly proud of him for
Yeah.
his resilience and his passion, and him just being able to kind of do what he does on this network. Even at times where it seemed unfathomable that he would ever find something. And I think we all feel like that at that moment. But I'm incredibly proud of him, and had to put over my guy. He'll be back maybe what 2 weeks, I think. I think next week might be, I don't know what next week will be, but we'll figure it out. Okay.
Yeah.
I don't know
No,
if he'll
big
be here.
big congrats to Meals. Very happy for you, my brother. His story and your story give me the optimism that there is a light at the end of the tunnel. The tunnel might be longer than you want it to be,
Yeah.
and along the way you might hit some speed bumps and all that, but no, very very happy for the both of you, but especially him in this moment. And yeah, man, let's keep getting to this bag.
You on the way. You on the way.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
You
I have
on the
full
way.
faith in
But listen, man, it's sink or swim tonight. So
that. We back, baby.
we synced up. We totally in sync. I was thinking, man,
Yes,
we
sir.
calling this in sync sold out. Remember WCW NWO sold out? This is sold out.
Of course.
This is the name of the show this week. Sink or swim. I think it's time for a new member.
Okay.
I think it's time for a new member.
I'm in support. I mean, we've been doing this quad thing for a while.
Yeah.
Tony don't really need to do much as the Oracle. Tony, because you do a good enough job kind of keeping order. So we only call Tony when it's like,
Absolutely necessary.
really dire. But yeah, I mean, if the vision in real life, although we'll get to it later, how, how crazy shit is with them, but if they're gonna be bringing in Logan in theory, then it's no
Yeah,
harm in us finding
yeah, we need
someone else to pop in.
we need somebody. Maybe that's a new storyline that we doing. You know,
Hmm.
You know what I mean? But if you're not in the Discord, myself, Armon, and Sid have probably one of the greatest staples in group chat history. All right,
Yeah,
and
absolutely,
I don't think there's anyone coming close, but I think we need another one. We need another. We need another member here. But what's going on your side, Armand? What are we doing? What are we thinking? How are you feeling?
brother. You know what this week is. I've got one focus for this week.
What's that?
Midnight Thursday,
Oh
Resident
yeah,
Evil Requiem. Come
come
on,
on.
baby.
Come
That's
on
it,
now. We waited our whole life for this almost, it seems.
bro.
But I have been firmly, and this is just from a player myself of these games, but like just firmly entrenched in just rewatching playthroughs of Resident Evil and watching
Hmm.
speed runs. And I feel like it's been such a long time since we've like waited for this game to come out, and now it's finally gonna come out. I cannot fucking wait to be scared out of my fucking pants for
Yeah.
this. Are you gonna play first person or third person?
I after doing first person on Village, I'm a lot more open to it because I'm not gonna cap you down. I am a scary ass nigga. Like jump scares, all that. I don't respond the best to them. I don't think Village had too many crazy jump scares though, but
The the
after
the,
doing that,
the house, like, the second segment in the game was pretty crazy.
yeah, like those dolls and all that.
Yeah.
That's probably like the worst, but Village definitely made me open to doing first person. So I think that's made me like, yeah, I'll probably play it first person.
Yeah, I'll probably do third, and, I'll decide. I feel like I want it with Grace, I'll do first, and with Leon, I'll do
Hmm.
third. I feel like that's kinda what I wanna do because she looks like her shit is crazy. Like,
Yeah. Oh my god.
her whole gameplay, she don't got no gun. The
Yeah.
gun she do get got, like, 2 bullets. It looked like it's some real shit.
Yeah. Now you got to fully immerse yourselves in the horror aspect of that one. So
So if
yeah.
you guys are big survival horror fans, let us know in the Patreon, on the Discord, in the comments if you're playing Resident Evil Requiem this weekend. That's what I'm going to be doing all weekend, and I hope to. I don't want to finish it though. Niggas be finishing the game by Saturday. I'm probably not going to finish the game till next week.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, it's been so many years since we got a new one, so I'm not gonna rush it. I'm gonna definitely take my time, just fully enjoy it. And like, I'm one of those people. Like, I like to go pick up every treasure. I like to explore every single area. I like to do all that stuff. So
Yeah.
I'm gonna definitely be moving around and taking my time with it.
So this week, obviously, it's a free show. We got Elimination Chamber predictions, and we got some news to talk about this week. Just a little bit of news.
Hmm.
I don't know what that news is. I'm looking for right now. Just some things I'm gonna cherry pick real quick to talk about here. And I think the first thing, am I missing anything though? Like super huge?
Trying to think. There,
Was there a huge talking point last week?
yeah,
Because the thing is,
there,
by the time the show rolls around, like everything's been talked about so
yeah,
much, like ad nauseum, that I'm just like,
yeah.
oh yeah, we could talk a little bit about a little bit of AW here. I'm grabbing some stories. Don't worry. Hold on. Give me a second. I'm grabbing some stories. First off, David Finlay, his contract is up in
Hmm.
New Japan. Big rumor that he's coming to WWE, more specifically coming to NXT. That's a huge signing. Big
For
signing,
sure.
especially with the rumors that Takahashi as well as Evil are also coming to WWE. So this is 10 years removed from the big what do you want to say, like the big locker room exits of AJ Styles and the Good Brothers and Shinsuke Nakamura of 2016. Looks like something similar might be happening here with New Japan.
Very exciting. Very, very exciting. Yeah, I mean, I'm all for new talent, especially in NXT. We don't got to spend too much time on that, but it would just be good to get some fresh faces in that men's division.
Yeah, some
Um,
men for sure. I mean, I guess since this is happening and the show is almost over, I've already kind of seen what happened here. Zaruka breakup has happened. Apparently, is that
mhm.
am I good? Am I good to what's your thoughts on that?
I mean, it's about damn time. We've
Yeah.
been seeing seeds sown for this
Was it
for
was it Zarya turning on Soul?
Yeah. Soul was getting ready for the title match with JC. They're standing in the ring right after the announcements. Soul turns around, catches a spear, catches the F5 or whatever Zarya calls it. Bell rings. Soul gets up. JC hits her with the rolling encore, pins her, and then Zarya pulls her out and beats her up some more.
Listen, JC Jane, eh?
Death taxes. JC Jane retains.
Bruh, lifer, pure
Yep.
lifer. She ain't going nowhere. Okay, so just I'm fine with it. Fuck it. So that happens. David Finlay, AEW, more stuff here. Britt Baker says she's had an interview. She says she's not retired at all. She said, "Keep the chatter up. I love it. Stay tuned. I'm not retired." What are they doing with her?
Don't know. Don't care. But like
Her last match, Armon. Her. You want to guess when her last match was?
wasn't it that joint with Mercedes at All In?
No,
Oh,
it was.
she did something after that?
I believe it was the Nobody Cares match against Penelope Ford on November 13th, 2024. It was a match where after it was over, she looked at I believe it was bald chick, what's her name? Serena
Bald
D.
chick.
Serena D. I think it was her. She said nobody cares or something like that, and she was off
Oh, you
TV
know
the
what?
next week.
I do remember that moment now that you bring it up. Yeah, I do remember there being some slight commotion about that. Well,
If she were
shit.
to go, to the E, would you accept her?
I mean, I am proudly phony, so I I would proudly hit my DMD. I'm literally doing the point right now. The E hasn't really let me down in terms of taking talent who aren't that great and turning them into serviceable, good talent if
Yeah.
they lock in. I'm not saying any names on the lock in part, but you probably know who I'm talking about. So I'd be open to it. Why not? I mean, you know how I feel about AEW, and so any opportunity to show like we're doing better with oh my god they're doing better with their former talent than AEW ever could. I'm all for that. So I
Yeah.
mean, why not?
Speaking of AEW stuff, Swerve Strickland turns heel last week. Seems like there's only like two real like gears that they have for baby faces in AEW, and that is once they're kind of out of the loop of babyface things and they start to lose a lot. It's the only way up is down, and they
Mm-hmm.
become heels right after that. So Swerve is the next person to join that. He attacked Kenny Omega, wrote him off TV. Kenny seems to only show up for one match and write-offs at this point. So
Mm-hmm.
fair play to him. Get your money, player. But yeah, he's heel again. I don't know why, but he is.
Couldn't tell you. That's their go-to. That's their what's that move LeBron does? those those compilations on TikTok where
Hey man, rare rose white ceiling. All right,
uh,
rare rose white ceiling. I whatever. You know what I mean? I think they're getting ready for Osprey to come back pretty soon. They need to clear the deck. I'm pretty sure Osprey needs his win back. There you go. I feel like when you get to AEW, right? There's so few people that like once you go through the babyface to heel loop, like Moxley's done this loop like 4 times, right? Where he's heel babyface, right? And he looks like he's going back to babyface again. It almost feels like to me when you reach AEW for a certain amount of years, there's like your story's pretty much over because they don't ever try and change your character around,
yeah,
right? Like you're pretty much like the same guy, but you're just beating up good guys.
yeah. You'll be the same guy but join a different faction, but
Yeah, yeah,
nothing changed
exactly.
about you.
Exactly. So that was quick AEW stuff there. Also, Bianca Belair. She got her surgery for her finger.
Mhm.
We've seen a lot of updates and things like that. Um again, shout out to her. I think I said this last week too. Like at the end of the day, I'm just glad that she got it, you know. I'm glad that she's about to come back. She made a post, 10 months post surgery, 8 months of rehab, 5 doctors later, she finally got that damn surgery. She's been showing off videos and clips of her actually trying to get motion in her finger. She says she's actually doing a lot better than they thought. So, no timetable on when she's coming back. I would imagine it would be crazy if she missed any more time than after Mania. I would pencil her in for right after Mania.
Yeah, I that would get a great pop. I think the women's division needs, her presence.
Mhm.
So yeah, I'd agree with that right after Mania.
I think a lot of it is that like Bianca, the Bianca sized void in the women's division comes from there being just that dynamic, regardless of where she sits on the fence, heel or face, just
Hmm.
recognizable. But
Yeah,
I think in her absence, they've had so many stars that have like come through and really started to make their own mark.
for
And
sure.
it's a testament not only to what they have, that next woman could be up, but there's still a big thing, a big void they're missing. You're missing your Bianca Tiffany matchups, your Bianca and Julia, your Bianca and Stephanie. Like you're missing a lot of matchups that could be had right now, and
Yep.
where she's just sorely missed. And I hope that it's sooner than later that she comes back. Another injury update, Armand. Roxanne Perez put up a post over the past week about her absence. I didn't even notice she was gone, but it was like these factions are just dropping like flies.
Yeah, it's been they caught a nasty bug lately. Like a lot of notable people who were getting really good looks are having just some very untimely injuries, pains. For Roxanne, it was a benign mass in her back that she had
Yeah,
for like months.
yeah,
Like shit.
scary, like super scary. But again, glad she caught it early. Glad it wasn't anything serious,
Yeah.
and she is on her way back, sooner than later. Also, I hope. Um, really sucks because it's like I'm pretty sure she'd be factored into whatever Stephanie and Liv were gonna get into,
For
uh,
sure.
for Mania. But we'll talk about that and my immediate concerns for that,
Yep.
in a second. But hopefully, we're wishing the best for Roxanne to get back, uh,
Absolutely.
on the roster. Royce Keyes, what a way to introduce this guy, right?
Yeah, we have never seen anything like this. Like the podcast run before you get on TV weekly and get engaged in a story, like it's pretty brilliant.
Yeah, yeah. The Stephanie McMahon clips that I've seen, I haven't listened to the whole thing, but the clips they've run have humanized him and really brought his story down to earth. Um, in a way that I just think he's never gotten the chance to do that in AEW very much. He he
Yeah,
he seemed character wise very one note, whether he was babyface or face. We just mentioned that, like you're pretty much the same person, regardless of where you sit on the fence
exactly.
there. But here he talks about his mother, his grandmother, his brother, like really strong familial ties that he has, but also his goals for just being in the WWE. You really get the sense that he really wanted to be here.
Yeah,
He said he wants to be a legend, he wants to be a champion, and when it's all said and done, maybe one day he could be behind the scenes there. And again, this is the type of stuff they love to hear because that means that you're malleable and that you'll work with them on anything. And I think that ultimately, and that's my thing too. Don't get mad if Royce Keyes is doing some type of booking that you don't like, because I'm pretty sure, bro, that it's going to be way better than whatever he was doing at AEW. Like I think there's a high bar, Armand, of what I would be able to tolerate from this guy's booking because I know how he was booked in AEW.
yeah. And again, knowing that he wants to be here, like you can assume that he'll be happy with whatever he's doing because he's on TV and being used. Like the people who get more angry than the wrestlers, who, if they're social media trained or, have a sense of discipline, they don't come out and complain about it. Like if he's not complaining about it, we shouldn't.
Yeah. He seems happy here. He seems like
Yeah.
this is truly where he wants to be. And I gotta take a look at that. I'll probably watch the video version of this when I'm at work. But he seems like a really down to earth guy. Like a
For
lot
sure.
of character coming out of him. What do you think this means for his debut? Like I think a lot of people are like, well, you can't make him a heel now because of this. And I was like, I don't really know. I think you could still pretty much like do whatever you want to do with him here. I think that he was showed enough character so that when he comes out, you know what he's fighting for at the very least.
Mhm. Yeah, I mean, if people think he can't be a heel because of this, like Stephanie's show is completely shoots. Like it's
Yeah.
like Roman Reigns dropped his character, Liv drops her character. Everyone who goes on completely drops the character. So that just doesn't really make sense to me. I saw something on SmackDown that made me raise an eyebrow. I don't know if we're gonna, when we get into the SmackDown recap, I can dig more into it. But
Yeah.
I think there's obviously a bunch of different things they could do, but I envision something that could be very, very good for him on the SmackDown side with one Mike Mizanin. I'll leave
Ah,
it at that.
okay.
Yeah.
Okay, 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 okay.
Yeah.
Um, we'll get to that in a second. Blake Monroe was on Sam Roberts' show talking about uh the botched finish versus Thea Hale, which is still one of the weirdest things of the year for NXT. That's
Yeah.
just strange. She said she explained the situation on the show. Said, I think the theme of my career is that people will talk about me, and who are you if you're not talked about? It was definitely shocking, and I feel like the ref was clearly in a rush to get home. I mean, he counted quick, but it was very exciting. And she said, you take me back to Christmas because I actually got injured during this match. I damaged all the cartilage in my ribs, spent all Christmas break bandaged up, having to do rehab, thinking of all the things I would do to Thea Hale, and I never actually got to wrestle her. I mean, she's somewhat in character here. Like the ref comment is probably because she said she was hurt. Like you could. There was a clip I think where someone pointed out that uh Blake said I'm hurt or something like that when she was getting pinned. So it looks like to me it's a lot more clearer that it wasn't really like a botch. It was more so like count me because I can't go. I can't get
Yeah.
up.
Yeah.
So she cleared it up a little bit more, but boy oh boy, I have to say like the Blake Monroe NXT thing to me is becoming more and more snake bit the more that she stays there.
So something happened on NXT tonight that made me feel a bit more optimistic about the direction she's going. I'll just tell you because I don't know if you saw, but her speed match against Thea Hale, she was outside of the ring, kind of recovering. Jada Parker hits her with a hypnotic, rolls her into the ring. Thea Hale pins her, so she's out of the speed tournament. So she don't got to do that speed shit no more because
Right.
that's very beneath her. So seems like they're going to continue the Blake Jada thing, which I expected anyways. I think that the difference in styles is good, and I think it could bring something out of Blake. I think Jada definitely needs to step it up because that first match and
Rough.
that sandbagging, that suplex was not it. So she definitely needs to raise her level of performance. But I think this will be a good launch pad for her to get into that main title picture, which she really hasn't. Has she had an NXT Women's Title match? I don't think so.
No, she hasn't.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
So it's time to rev that up.
Yeah, I definitely agree there. Actually, you brought up SmackDown before we get to Elimination Chamber. Let's run through SmackDown really quick. It was definitely a show that, in my eyes, it was one of the weaker ones of the past of the past 3 or so episodes of the 3 hour era. But I
Mhm.
think what was really strong about it was that like you just get the feeling that like a lot of these people that they were pushing on Friday were next up for them. You had Kiana James
Yeah.
pinning Charlotte in that triple threat match. I think a lot of people are overreacting for one. With
What were they reacting about?
she's getting a better look than Julia. I think that's starting to creep up a little bit.
Julia, who has a title?
Yeah, exactly.
What?
It's like they're building them both on two separate sides, right?
Yeah, as they
So
should.
yeah, like it makes a lot of sense here. But you also get stuff where you've got Oba as well. Really funny stuff there with Oba, and a way with Oba or a thing that Oba that they're doing that I really do enjoy is giving him a personality outside of him being a huge beast.
Yep.
Like it was the Reed thing was hilarious.
Yeah, Kit's the perfect foil for this right now because people want to see Kit get beat up with this
Yeah,
toxic shit. So
yeah.
who better to do it than Oba, who they want to see dominate people? It was perfect booking.
And then you get to the qualifying match between Carmelo, Trick, and Damian. Trick pins former world champion. This would not be the first former world champion that one of these the NXT three, so to speak, have pinned this week. But
Mhm.
what a look for Trick getting the job done here.
Bro, I was I expected him to win. I thought he would honestly pin Mello, and that would somehow play into a Mania program, which it still very much so could. But pinning Priest, really big deal. Like this was a the future is now SmackDown. Like
Yeah.
that was dope. That was really dope.
You can't say that they're not trying. And I think that's the big thing here with me is that like they're trying, they're putting it in your face. They're saying these are the guys we're building around. And they didn't even pin Carmelo here. They protected him.
Yep.
So like there's still more to be had here. Trick is to me reaching Rock 98 levels where I said last week you can hold off a little bit, but with the way Elimination Chamber looks, like I don't know. We'll see how they make that happen. But another person on this show getting that look, Aleister Black might not be as young as Trick and Oba and Javon, but Aleister Black getting that look. And what I felt as though seemed to be a foregone conclusion that he would lose. I was pleasantly surprised that he won this match. I didn't think they'd give it to him.
Yeah, I didn't anticipate the Drew run in, but at this point, you should expect Drew was going to interfere in everyone's shit and,
Yeah.
and mess things up for them. But that's a statement win for Alistair. I'm trying to think of other wins he's had in his first run, and now, like, I know he beat AJ.
He beat Seth.
Yeah, he beat Seth, but like, this is a statement victory, like a main event win over Randy Orton. Like I wouldn't say he needed this because I don't think they were doing badly with him, but this definitely just helped boost him to another level and really remind people like, yo, this is that guy. Like
Yeah.
he's really that guy.
Yeah, I thought it was a good way to get him that win, and if that is the direction after Elimination Chamber, then that's fantastic. Ilya Dragunov versus Tama Tonga also happened on this show. um, Listen, man, Tama is on the road to getting a push.
Look, I love it because when Tama came in, Tama was always my favorite in that new bloodline.
Yeah,
He's one of the few who can work in the MFT. He has pinned Mello, Shinsuke, now Ilya. He pinned someone else. I'm forgetting who else he pinned, but like, he's gotten some really big wins.
And Uncle Howdy.
Uncle Howdy, yes. So he's
Mhm.
gotten some very big wins over the last month or so, and I'm rocking with it.
Yeah, it might be time for him to get that title shot against Melo and
Hmm.
really kick some shit off here. But I mean, if they do that if they do that, for Tama, that means Melo could possibly go into the title picture.
Hmm.
That's what I was thinking about too. Like,
Yep.
there's not really much place for it, and there's no really real reason for Melo to be in the U.S. title picture very long.
Yeah.
If what you want to do is get the new guys out there, mixing it up with your Drews, your Codys, your Damians, all of that, like you got to get them up there. SmackDown is actually, in terms of the men's division on SmackDown,
Stacked.
probably it's stacked, and it's probably, to me, in my eyes, the best of the main roster shows right now for the men.
Yeah. There's a lot of balance to it. There's a lot of people who, if you shoot them up to the world title picture, like you can't really be mad at it. Raw is very top heavy. And so I appreciate the parity in SmackDown right now. And yeah, generally I don't need long mid card title reigns. Like
Yeah,
Gunther's was dope because Gunther's Gunther. This Dom shit, it's beyond tired. I've loved that they hot potatoed it from Sammy to Ilya to Mello, but still gave them significant programs within those short reigns that they had. So yeah, I'm not mad at Tama getting it and Mello moving up because I think he's proven that he can hang more than
yeah.
hang.
We also got more Jacob Fatu stuff on SmackDown as well. Fatu had to leave the building, of course. But I thought, in my eyes, bro, I thought Fatu and Drew would have gotten the singles match at Chamber, but they could do that at any point here, in my eyes.
Yeah. Yeah, I didn't think Drew would defend at Chamber because typically they like to do these 4 match cards at Chamber lately. So I didn't think he was going to defend. I do think it would be cool for Jacob to get a singles world title match because he's never been in a world title match at this point.
And then to
Um,
have Cody kind of fuck him out of this one too, I think is kind of, to me, where they got to go to get a. And the thing is like, does it seem multiple man match, or does it seem like they're gonna still do a one on one match? I just don't know.
It's
I don't know.
feeling very, very multi-manish to me. And I know, the internet likes to joke on Sammy being a loser, but him still being around, still having these interactions with Drew, that interaction with Cody, like that to me, that ain't happened for no reason. I firmly believe he's gonna find some way to get into this match. We might get a fatal 4-way world title match at Mania, which I was the last one like Mania 2000. Like,
Oh my god, what if Sammy costs the winner of the chamber the win or something like that? Like what if the what if Sammy fucks over Trick and gets into the match and wins it?
I'd be into that.
Like he fucks over, like he fucks somebody over or something. Like
Yeah,
I don't know. Like there's building something crazy, and I think it has the chance to be like a big storyline if they do this correctly.
yeah,
There's
no,
there's so many moving parts to what's going
yeah,
on with SmackDown, and I don't know. We'll get to it on the Elimination Chamber end of it because those two matches are like, like what? Like I don't know who the fuck's gonna win these, but like the Zayn stuff is definitely the most like intriguing part
yeah.
of what's been going on. And speaking of intriguing, Charlotte, Jade Cargill, they get a little bit of a dust up. I know you see me. I know you see me. Woo! With Charlotte hot ass breath
Oh
in her
man,
face. But that's looking like there's some smoke there as well. Kiana James, of course, we mentioned beating Charlotte in that match. Tiffany Stratton and Alba Fire. I'm gonna be. I don't know if I'm ready to spark the convo about Tiffany since she's been back. I don't know if I'm ready to do that yet.
the
But
way you look will keep you in the ring.
here's the thing: like she's gonna put somebody in a wheelchair the way Tiffany's been working lately.
Yeah, it's been very reckless, very unsafe.
She's been ragdolling Alba Fire. She was
Yeah,
ragdolling Alba Fire, and that fucking suplex looked crazy.
yeah. Like I'll give her grace because she hasn't been in the ring in like a few months. I don't think you're supposed to become this after being away for so long, but maybe she just shaking the rust off. But hey, man, like we need to nip this in the bud like very soon. We've already got so many injuries on the roster. Like we
Right,
don't need any more.
right. Let's move on to Raw really quick. Obviously, one of the biggest stories coming out of it is Bronson Reed being injured, which brings the Vision down to two members. With Bronson out, it's just Austin Theory and Logan Paul and Paul Heyman. This whole story, Armand, has just felt cursed
Bro.
from October, right? Or November onward. It's just felt
Yeah.
like it's just something. And the thing that's funny about it is that the big part of the storyline is kicked off by a fake injury that's led to real
hmm
ones.
Yeah.
Um,
And you've got people on the internet saying, "Oh, you play with a fake injury angle and you get like that's not funny." Like don't try to have a gotcha moment on the WWE, eh, you know, um by bringing up people's injuries. Like we don't do that. That's whack as fuck. And
yeah,
I'm seeing people kind of like be like historically revising the whole thing, saying the Vision never needed to happen. Like, Braun Breaker spearing Roman Reigns on that Monday after Raw was fire.
that was a huge.
Bronson Reed joining was fire. Like, let's not act like they didn't give us fire TV for about 6 months, 6 to 7 months before that injury bug hit. So let's not be whack.
What do you think with Bronson being out? Before we get to the Elimination Chamber guesses and predictions, what do you think the story was gonna be? Right, like, it was leading up to maybe Seth and Braun. Right now, because if we were to just let the Seth injury play out as it did last fall, it
hmm
was leading to that, right?
Yeah,
Bronson seemed to be in literally Armand the last 2 weeks stepping up as the leader for the group, and now
yeah,
he's gone.
yeah. And he someone reported that he was supposed to win that qualifier and be in the
Yeah,
chamber.
yeah,
So it's clear that they still have very big plans for Bronson as a secondary part of the whole Seth Braun thing. So honestly, I don't know, and I've loved the uncertainty in my viewing of everything happening. Like I genuinely have no idea outside of what was happening with Seth Braun. Like maybe Braun would have lost at Mania and then would have, turned up on the team, and then
yeah,
Bronson, Logan, and Austin would have kicked him out. Like I really don't know, but it's clear that they were positioning Braun in one way, positioning Bronson in another way, and really elevating them. So I'm sad that we haven't been able to see it fully play out. It's just been really one tough injury after another,
yeah,
and
yeah.
yeah,
And
man, I just hope Bronson recovers well.
it was a torn bicep. That's That's like 6 months off the rip, you know,
Yeah, because Punk tore his triceps and he was out from
almost a year.
January to SummerSlam.
Yeah.
So yeah, yeah.
Just a real bummer there. Jey Uso ends up winning. Obviously, the internet was very normal about this, but like, listen, what the fuck are you gonna do? And I saw Bully Ray saying, I'm mad at Jay because he was too worried about Bronson being injured. I'm just like, I
Really?
think that they were trying to put together a match, in 2 seconds. And Jay, we already know, is not good like on the fly with these types of things. And he probably was just thinking about the next thing he had to do. Like, it's
Yeah.
like, stop getting on him about shit. Like, people like get on him about the dumbest shit.
Yeah, no, he's become the big hate meta, the big engagement meta. It's very corny to me because you guys cheered him to fame. Like
Yeah.
y'all are the reason Yeet got over. Y'all are the reason that we're experiencing the Jey Uso thing. Like, so it's just super whack, man.
Liv makes her decision as expected. Stephanie Vaquera was the one picked. I don't like the angle of this. I don't like the way that it's being portrayed. I don't like. I don't think that it makes sense to me where this is going, and I don't think that like I think when most people come back, they're supposed to be like cheers, but Liv came back firmly as a heel, right? And there's nothing wrong with that, right? But with the way the Judgment Day has broken out, I think there's a malaise and general apathy of how that team goes, and I think that storyline is way more interesting than her title storyline right now.
Yeah, and I kind of think they're going to fuse the two, and I'm concerned that Stephanie
Won't be the
ultimately.
focal point.
Yeah, yeah, and it's like this is her first Mania. She's the champion. She shouldn't be a third wheel, a backseat to the Judgment Day stuff. Like I really like that interview segment last week where Liv got emotional because when you think about the psychology of it all, like it makes sense for her to get flustered when someone's questioning her work ethic and her earning everything she got, and but then she just pivots right back to being this cocky, devious, whatever she is, and
Mhm.
I don't think she wins, and I think that her loss ultimately plays into really getting this Judgment Day breakup happening finally. But my concern is like, will Roxanne be back, and will they do that with Roxanne gone? And then the whole Finn and JD aspect of it too, like they kind of have two tensions building between Dom and Finn, and then Liv, Raquel, and Roxanne
I,
was kind of in the middle.
I just don't know who goes where. Like
Yeah,
who's turning face here?
yeah,
Who's turning on who? Who like I they have overthought, overwrought, and overdone this for so long. I used to think that Judgment Day was a team to me that could continue to move on and just have the leader get basically cannibalized. You know what I'm saying? Like
yep,
what's it called patricide where you kill the king? Like you kill the king of it every time and you just redo the story over and over again. Like that's a good story, you
yep.
know. But now it's like I just truly don't like. Is Liv the one that kind of breaks everything off? Is Finn the one that kind of breaks everything off? Maybe we find that out in Elimination Chamber. I don't know. I thought
Mhm.
the beatdown was for on Stephanie was pretty good.
Yeah,
I don't think Liv needs to win this title. I think Stephanie needs to keep racking up the wins on the way to Rhea. That
yep.
is my opinion here. And to tell you the truth, I really felt like Rhea or Io should have won should have won the Rumble, and one of them beat Stephanie on the way, and they get that match. But to me, this doesn't seem like main event right now. To me.
Yeah, I'm really intrigued at the Rhea EO stuff because Rhea's in the chamber, EO's not. Like, what is EO gonna be doing? Again, I don't want to jump ahead. I know we got predictions, but I
Yeah.
think Rhea's winning that chamber. It's like if she's in a world title match at Mania, what's EO doing?
What's Io doing? Right, Oscar.
I mean, I'd welcome it. It's gonna be good graps, but I don't
It's,
know.
it's grasp without without substance, right? Like it's grasp without like
Yeah,
yeah. I get you. I get what you're saying. Yeah, I remain kind of concerned here about this storyline. I they got 6 weeks, I think, to build this.
hmm,
So there's twists and turns that can happen.
yeah.
But I just really don't think Liv should win this title. I think that she could win it down the road as a face here.
we're definitely ready for a Liv face turn. She's been healed for like 2.5 years. It's been great. Hey man, like you and I were on the front line supporting
Yeah,
Liv when she was champion, but
right.
I think people are ready to cheer her again. And I think it's time for her, all the growth she's had over the last couple years, channel that into being a face and be that baby face that not the women's division needs, but like it just be really refreshing.
Or turn Judgment Day babyface.
Hmm. Could
They
could be
want
that. Yeah.
to cheer Dom. They want to cheer Liv.
Yeah.
They could learn to cheer Roxanne. You know.
Yeah, it's very easy to cheer rocks.
I thought Raw was especially good, and I guess we could get to this now, but before we like run through it, the AJ Styles stuff, all of the old TNA people popping in, all of that going on at the end was just really really awesome. The speech at the end, the Creed video package, so
Oh
fitting for
man.
AJ Styles. Um, AJ comes in and he's wearing his wearing his gloves and stuff, and he said he wrestled in TNA, wrestled in Tokyo Dome, and at WrestleMania. Flubs Joe's name, uh, or was that a flub, or maybe that was a nickname you have for him? I don't know. You never know. But
Mhm.
but then he talks about the biggest flex that he has isn't the championships or the places that he's wrestled at. It's his family and it's his
Yeah.
wife and it's his, and he's like he thanks them for being there. I think the AJ Jr. had the flu,
Yep.
but he said he wanted to end at the Royal Rumble since the first time he was there at WWE was Royal Rumble 2016. It felt more poetic to end it there, and he said he's a man of his word. He said he takes off his jacket. He says he didn't want to take off his gloves at the Rumble because he wanted to take them off at home and leave them there.
Mhm.
And then he puts it on top of his jacket, and he thanks the fans and everyone's out there, and then he's waiting, and there's a long wait, and I'm like, what's about to happen? Because in my eyes, Armon, I was like, I don't think he's about to retire.
Yeah. I was fully expecting Gunther to pull back up, beat his ass, and then it'd be one more match.
Yeah, one more match.
But then them lights go out and that gong hits, baby.
Yeah, and then the Taker comes out, badass entrance. He says, "You and me, you and me. If you see me come," he said, "What do he say? If you see me coming, I'm already gone." And he says, "If you see him coming, that means you're going." And I was like, "Oh
Mhm.
shit!" I was like, "That's actually a good, a good
Yeah.
line." And he says AJ is going to be inducted into the Hall of Fame. Really fucking great moment.
Yeah.
Um, a great ending to Raw. Also, it just felt like very very good.
Yeah, they haven't done something like that in a long ass time. I can't think of the
Michaels, I
last
think, was the
time.
last time Taker came out for retirement.
Yeah, yeah. So,
Fine.
nah, big salute to AJ. I was very emotional. I'm still recovering from Cena, so
Yeah,
it's just it's a lot of emotions here.
it's
But
happening back to back to back, man.
yeah,
Obafemi still a free agent here. There's a Brock Lesnar segment where he puts up the dates. So I'm like, we're doing the Cena thing, but differently. So he has a lot of dates left up until Mania. He's got the 16th in San Antonio, the 23rd in Boston, the 30th in New York, which I would imagine is probably where the match is booked for whoever it is.
yeah,
Um, April 6th in Houston and April 13th Sacramento. Obviously, the go home show.
yeah,
A lot of dates. He's here all March, pretty
yeah,
much.
yeah.
Um, who do we think it is? To me, it's got to be Oba, and Oba's just clearing out the fuckery. Until then, to me, it feels like Oba.
That would be dope. That's what everyone wants to see. You heard the cheers during the segment. I think over his appearances, you're gonna have different people step up to him, kind of like the lead up to Royal Rumble 2020 when he would have those segments with like Ricochet and R-Truth and all that. Like you're gonna have different people popping up on him, talking their shit, trying to get in the mix. But I think
He's like
Oba, go ahead.
He's like the Undertaker. I mean, it's
Yeah,
essentially the same thing they did with the Undertaker, and I like that Paul mentioned that
yep,
he ended the streak, so he was the main event. So now he is the Undertaker of the locker room at this point. Everyone comes to see the Lesnar match at
yeah.
WrestleMania, um, and so we get this here. Is there any chance that it might be Gunther?
That's the interesting thing about this mania, man, and the uncertainty of it is like there's so many potential matchups that make sense. And so it's clear they're building to something and we just can't quite pinpoint it yet, which makes me laugh when people on, Twitter are like, "Oh, WWE doesn't know their WrestleMania plans." It's like, no, you don't know the plans.
Yeah. You think?
You can't figure it out.
Yeah. I saw
So I mean,
somebody say the Mania card not looking too good. I'm like, with 2 matches?
two matches? Like, come on, bro. Like, what are we doing? But I think either match would be dope. I'd be into either match. I guess just my only thing is like Brock is kind of heel right now and Gunther's heel. So I don't, I mean, but I think people would be hyped for it regardless of whatever, face alignment, heel alignment. But I think Oba makes sense for now. And I think in, Minnesota, you get Brock Gunther.
Yeah. Yeah, pretty much. I would do it twice. I do the Brock Goldberg thing again.
Mm, I like that. Yeah.
Um, I I'm just not sure. It has to be those 2. Has to be those 2. To me, there's just no one else that could do it. Wait, Miles Bourne beat Ethan Page?
I stepped away to come record this, so I didn't see that. Saw it coming though. Um, I was intrigued because they had 2 title changes. Vanity Project beat Dark State for the tag titles to
Good,
save us Vanity Project, and
good.
then the French dude with the mask won the Speed title. And I expected JC and Soul to be the main event, but it was the 9 o'clock match. So I wasn't too sure if Miles was gonna win, but I mean, hey, we're here now.
Good on him. Good on him. I think Ethan needs to leave.
Send
I
that
mean,
boy up.
he should be
Send
in the
that boy
box.
up.
He should be in the box right now. Javon Evans beats Kofi Kingston, pinned a former champion. Amazing. CM Punk promo, not the best, but get the job
Yeah,
done.
it's whatever.
And
Definitely.
Raquel, she qualifies for the chamber, which
Mhm.
again, tag team partners getting in and their other partner not getting into the chamber seems to be the story for the women this year.
Yeah. And I was gonna bring that up. Raquel getting into the chamber makes me even more certain that this Liv Steph thing is gonna be more about Judgment Day than
Than
Liv
it
and
is,
Steph.
right?
I think.
Yeah. Uh, who knows? But let's get into the Elimination Chamber,
Let's do it.
emanating live from the United Center in Chicago this Saturday on ESPN. Let's talk about this box first. What's in the box?
Uh, I think it'll be one Chris Jericho. I believe he debuted in Chicago when he first put up to WWE.
Yes, it is.
So
25 years ago.
yeah. So it would make a lot of sense. It'd be cool. It'd be a really big moment on the road to Mania. I'm interested in if he would be wrestling and who he would wrestle. And chamber shows, I like that they're making the space for these moments on these chamber cards by having them be small. Like last year, obviously, you had the Cena turn on Cody. The year before that, you had the Grayson Waller effect with Cody and Seth, where Cody challenged Rock.
Yeah.
So it's dope that they're having these, non wrestling type things be a big deal. So yeah, I'm,
Now,
I'm thinking it's Jericho.
if you do Jericho, who is the match? Who is it? Who is
I
he
mean,
going to go against? And what brand is he on? Because Aldis, I think they're letting him be a floater like they do with
yeah.
most top guys now.
Yeah,
Just float from show
which
to show.
which would make sense. You pitched a great idea. I don't remember when. I don't know if it was on the Discord or the show, but Javon Evans and Jericho moves me.
Yeah, that
it,
that would be good. That'd be good. I
it
think
moves me.
there is a stigma with the Jericho vortex, and I think that vortex or that stigma is more so about the booker than the actual programs itself. But
Hmm.
I think playing into that to me is like a way where it's like I'm the kind of the measuring stick here, kind of like what Miz is doing too, but to a different extent. But
Yep.
trying to latch on to young energy,
Hmm.
that's like they could play off of that. He could be
Yeah.
like fucking a aura stealer or something like that. You know what I mean? Like like whatever character, and that's the thing too with Jericho. I might not be the biggest fan of the guy, but I can say that he does have different characters every time he comes back. I have no clue what this character is going to be when he's
Yep.
back. So
Not a clue.
we'll have to see on Saturday and who's going to be involved with it on Saturday. It's going to be a huge moment. I don't think it main events the show, but
Definitely
we'll
not.
see. We'll see how it plays out. Um, let's start with the World Heavyweight Championship match: CM Punk versus Finn Balor. I think this might main event.
It's Chicago. It has to. I
Yeah.
think it. I think it has to. It's gonna be a banger. I mean, we saw it in Belfast. It was a great match. I'm interested in Finn's approach to it all. You know, they started off honorable, and then Finn turned on him, beat his ass. Like, will we see the demon? I know he's not too big on the demon, but I feel like he's certain things he says. Just it seems like he's tapping into a real dark side of himself.
Yeah.
Uh, I think Chicago, big wrestling city, would pop for a demon return. We haven't seen the demon since Adam Copeland went over him at Mania 39, which he
Well,
shouldn't have.
well, do you end the show on a Judgment Day breakup or a CM Punk Roman Reigns? I feel as though because isn't Roman's first date Monday?
Yes.
Roman Reigns.
Yes, March 3rd, right? That's March 3rd
Yeah, it's March 3rd. Yeah.
or March
Wait,
2nd?
is it? Is it? Roman Reigns TV schedule. Yeah, March 2nd. Yeah,
Okay,
that'll be it.
yeah.
Yeah, that'll be it.
Yeah, 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 yeah. Run it.
It'll
Run
be
it
his
up.
first date on Monday. So I don't think there's a chance he misses Chicago here.
Yeah.
In my
Yeah,
eyes.
nah.
I think something will happen. I don't know what it will be. If it was because I think the you talk about dark side, I think Punk is tapping into that 434. I've said it last week, but I think 434 is what he's trying to do again
Mm,
with this title.
mm.
And to me, there's no future in Roman having that world heavyweight championship. So I think you start it there, and then have a young guy beat him for that title, a younger person or a new star do it.
I dig that. I like I've definitely noticed a more aggressive, type
Cocky,
talking his shit type CM Punk,
yeah,
which he's been, but more so right now. And I think it's because he's in a Roman feud, he's got to bring that type of energy. But
hmm
I didn't think of a re-rock of 434, but I'm into that.
yeah,
I'm very into that.
434, because he's almost at a year. About
Uh,
10 right?
he won it at Saturday night's main event. What was that, like October, November, October?
Yeah, it was like it was against Jay, right?
Yeah, against
Yeah,
Jay. Yeah,
about
yeah,
6 months almost.
yeah, yeah.
Um, yeah, I again his I don't want this run to stop. I think
Me
he
neither.
wants. I think this run needs to be as epic and amazing as it can be, so that he can start doing part time stuff after. Because he
Yeah.
probably should.
Yeah, I was
He
gonna say
probably
I don't think he gets another world title reign,
yeah,
and I also don't think he would want it just
yeah,
because he's such a giving, business minded guy. And so,
yeah,
yeah, I think you get the most out of this, and you definitely turn him heel at some point. So
absolutely.
I'm very into that.
I think he wins against Balor. No doubt about it. But I
Unfortunately, it's a foregone conclusion.
yeah, I forgot to mention. Do you end it with that, or do you end it with the Finn Balor Judgment Day breakup? That was my other side of that. I didn't even mention that.
That's the thing, man. Like it's
Or do
they
you do it
haven't.
Monday?
Yeah, Triple H is definitely a save it for TV type guy. I do think that JD and Dom go against Finn's wishes and try to help him in the match. And CM Punk takes advantage of an opportunity, which plays
Yeah,
more into, oh shit, this nigga willing to, do some devious shit.
to win
So
exactly. Kind of
yeah,
like
yeah,
the did.
yeah,
And
yeah.
but
So
or I option you this, Armand loses thanks to their help on Monday, cost Dom the title, or on Saturday, cost Dom the title on Monday.
because he does have the Penta defense on Monday.
Yes.
Oh man,
Mhm.
nah, you cooking.
It could be. It could be. I think that a Judgment Day with no gold is where they need to be going
Hmm.
with this breakup. None of them should have gold
Yeah.
on the way to the breakup. But CM Punk for sure, the winner here. One match we haven't shockingly talked about at all, but I saved it here, was Becky Lynch versus AJ Lee for the Intercontinental Championship. Will Becky overthink this? is the real question. Is she going to overthink this? I don't know.
Are you talking about the match itself?
Yeah, I think is she going to overthink this match?
Man, I'm concerned because people already give Becky so much hell, and Becky does the best she can with all levels of wrestlers. AJ, her first singles match in 10, however many years, like I'm not expecting, a mat classic, a technical classic. I'm expecting story and character work. I think Becky's gonna do her best to make AJ look good, but yeah, I don't know. I'm kind of worried.
Yeah, I don't know. I think AJ. I hope she's got the ring rust out. I in all reality, with how long these elimination matches take, they're at least 35 to 40 minutes long per.
Yeah.
This match might not get an ending.
Wouldn't surprise me.
I think this feud is going to Mania.
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely. Yeah.
Hell or high water, it's going to Mania.
Yeah. Actually, that's probably the best outcome is Becky, DQing herself.
Yeah. I don't see a winner here. Or not a definitive one at that. I see an intentional ref bump. If Jessica Carr's refereeing that match, your fucking antenna should be up. Because the only other way I see that happening is it with a screwy finish and AJ winning, and then Becky going for the title at Mania as the rematch and just snapping.
I hope that they don't, and I don't want to put this in the air, but like it was like 2 weeks ago when AJ came to help Maxine when she was getting beat up by Natty, and then Becky came out.
Oh yeah.
Don't do it. Don't interject Natty in this shit.
We don't need
we don't need that.
Keep her ass low key.
we don't need that. But yeah, I don't think they want either one pinning each other right now. So yeah, let's get a nice screwy DQ finish and let's head to Vegas with this.
I'm afraid that, and not that I like fully agree or disagree. I'm afraid that people are feeling like this feud isn't hitting for the both of them in the same way that like Becky's other feuds have been hitting. Like, yeah, I do, and I do agree to some extent. I do think Becky Maxine was really good to me.
Yeah.
And I wish they had continued with that feud. Becky loves working with mid-carders on the way up. I think it's very old school. It's very commendable. It's how they used to do it back in the day. That feud might be hitting a little bit harder for me than this one is right now.
Yeah, I really like the first segment where they established they were having the match. I think they had another one like the next week that was kind of weird.
Yeah.
She was like, I think she was daring her to hit her or something.
Yeah.
That one wasn't that great, and a lot of people are trying to say like this isn't that great, but so I don't know. I'm optimistic. Then they have more time to right the ship. So
I got no finish here. Women's Elimination Chamber match, and this is for the right to face Jade Cargill at WrestleMania. Okay, so keep that in fucking mind about what the people in this match: Tiffany Stratton, Rhea Ripley, Alexa Bliss, Asuka, Kiana James, and Raquel Rodriguez. Star power notwithstanding, what a murderer's row of people who probably don't want to work with Jade Cargill. Okay, to be fair, Jade's already beaten Asuka.
Yes.
She's already beaten Tiffany.
Yes.
Kiana James, we could just toss her out. Raquel Rodriguez, we could toss her out as well.
Yeah.
Kind of leaves it down to Rhea and Alexa.
Yeah, and Jade Alexa just doesn't really scream Mania to me. Feels like Money in the Bank, a Backlash,
unless
TV.
Unless Jade destroys Alexa, Charlotte steps in on behalf of Alexa to take the match. They have the match at Mania. Charlotte loses the match. And that leads to the breakup between Alexa and Charlotte.
It's an interesting wrinkle.
It's a nice wrinkle.
Yeah. Because I do think they want to do Jade Charlotte. Like they wouldn't do that tease and then have Charlotte lose like for no reason. Like that's definitely a match they want to get to. But honestly, for me, I felt this way since like several months ago. I felt like no matter what we're doing, when it comes to Chamber, Rhea's winning that Chamber, and she's getting a world title match. She hasn't had a world title match since Evolution against Io, and that's when Naomi cashed in.
But bro, do you realistically beat Rhea Ripley from Jade?
If it's Rhea Jade, I'm pretty confident Rhea's winning.
Sheesh.
I know it's tough.
To be fair, SmackDown needs her, but with Bianca Belair on the horizon, do you think that they just use that as an opportunity to move Bianca to Raw at that point? Street Profits currently don't have a home that we know of, so like she'd have to move.
Yeah, because Bianca had been on SmackDown for like 2-3 years at
Yeah.
this point,
Yep.
even with the extended absence. So I think it's time to get Bianca back on Raw. Rhea's never been on SmackDown like as a consistent member. She's obviously came over for the tag title stuff and when she was facing off with Charlotte. And I'd love to see Rhea on SmackDown. I just think that would be such a great injection of talent for the women.
I don't know. I don't know, Armand. I don't know because none of these options to me are sexy for for anyone.
I do know I do remember when Jade first signed like Jade Rhea was a match that people wanted to see. Obviously they've soured on Jade over the years. But I think just off of the look of it, like you look at that graphic, you look at them doing stare downs in the ring, like I think that's enough to get people on board, especially with the belief that Rhea is gonna win it. I don't really want to see Tiff Jade, man. Like,
We've seen
that
enough of that.
program, yeah, that program wasn't great. That match doesn't scream Mania to me. They haven't really Tiff just Tiff returning just didn't feel like, oh yeah, she's inevitable. She going to
Yeah.
get that back. It doesn't feel that way. So that's the one thing I'm like hoping doesn't happen. I'm open to being surprised, but
I had hoped they would just move Tiff on to Julia. I just think that's just the natural progression for her right now, just to help make that title
yeah,
and give it some like worthwhile contenders, which it has not had since its inception. Like,
that that US title picture is dirt, bro.
yeah, it's absolute dog water and hogwash. But like, if I had to guess right now, bro, I'm gonna be real, Armand. I think it really might be down to Tiffany and Alexa, if I had to think. Because there's
Okay.
always a chance that fucking Naya or Lash could come fuck it up for Rhea.
This is true. This is true. And she's still a tag champion. But I mean, WWE is not no stranger to having a tag champion get a world title match, lose the tag titles on the way to their world title match. So
Exactly.
that's kind of how I'm feeling at this point. Again, I can't figure it out. And it's exciting, a little frustrating, but more exciting. But I just think Rhea is inevitable, bro. Like this is H at the end of the day, and there's no one more H than Rhea.
Yeah, that's his baby. And if he has to choose between putting uh, anybody on that card come April,
Hmm.
Rhea's gonna be the one. Jesus, I don't know. I think I'll go. I'm gonna go Alexa, bro. I got to.
Okay. I mean, I respect it. I'd be open to it.
Um, men's side. And this is for the right to face Drew McIntyre at WrestleMania. Randy Orton, LA Knight, Cody Rhodes, Javon Evans, Trick Williams, and Jey Uso. Now, this is a match that is all baby faces, and I guess you can include Trick Williams as well because he is going to get a babyface entrance and look. He's
Yeah.
barely even acting like a heel anymore.
Hmm.
This is where shit gets screwy because Jacob could get involved. Drew can they can make it a movie, Armand. Like they can make this shit a movie.
Yeah. Yeah. Because
Like,
it feels like a foregone conclusion that Cody wins, but does he? there's,
yeah,
there's there's a lot of moving parts. Like, does he really? Like,
are we
what if
sure?
what if Alistair pops up? Like it's a lot of different Sami Zayn, like, and you said it, Drew himself, like it's a lot of moving parts to this one that makes me really intrigued. Like, again, if you don't want to overthink it, Cody wins. But this is
Yeah,
Triple H, bruh.
that's true.
This is Triple H. And one thing about H that I love is like I'll predict something, I'll get it wrong, but the way he does it is so good, I'm not even bothered that I got the
To me,
prediction wrong.
Cody got one more WWE title run, but maybe not this year. To me, he seems Raw bound.
I
He seems bound for Raw.
I'm very open to that. He's been on SmackDown for like 2 years now, really holding it down as the top guy. Um, Raw again. It's real top heavy, but hey, I mean, like you adding Cody there. Cody's the guy who's willing to work with mid carders and do all that shit. So I'd be open to it. Like I honestly, even with all the potential chicanery, I do think Cody wins, but the weeks between Chamber and Mania, we're gonna see that multi-man match get formed, and this shit's gonna be real fun.
Yeah, a good showcase for Javon. If boy, if Javon wins, the
Dog.
roof will blow off the fucking. If
Dog.
Trick wins, the roof is gonna blow off the building for that. Um, do we find out who attacked Jacob Fatu potentially before or during this match?
That's Jacob
That
comes
that
in.
is a hanging. That's a to use a old terminology from the year 2000. That is a hanging Chad of all hanging Chads. We do not know
Yeah. Yeah.
still what happened with that.
And they love doing attacker reveals at Chamber. We saw last year with Jade, Bianca, Naomi. Like
Mm-hmm.
that.
It is not lost on me that that was a thing.
hmm I'd actually be really into that.
Like Jacob, we found out who did it. And it's Randy or LA or fucking Trick Williams or somebody or Jay. It could be Jay. You know, Jay had a dark side for a minute.
Yeah.
You could have hated on the nigga.
Nah.
But I who do I have, man? Who do I have here? Cody just seems too easy. But it seems like the right decision to make. And anytime we've bet against him, we've always ended up being wrong.
Mhm.
Same with Charlotte. We've always been wrong anytime we bet against these niggas.
Yeah, I mean, a lot of these matches are fun on paper, fun to visualize and face.
Yeah.
Javon Drew, dope. Trick Drew, dope. Randy Drew, we've seen it a lot, but it's good, so dope. LA Knight Drew, we've seen that a couple times. Cool. Jay Drew, I mean, hey, Drew in the bloodline. But I do think Cody is a very key part of whatever that title is doing
And
at
whatever they got
WrestleMania.
planned. Yeah. And
Yeah.
no one's tired of him. I know people online act like they are. I know that Saudi Arabia or whatever is tired of him, but you listen to those pops, man. He's not going anywhere. You know what I
Bro,
mean?
it kills me. I'll see these podcast clips come on my timeline. They're like, "Bro, the crowd is ready to boo him. You heard those boos?" I'm like, "Where? What boos? What are
I
y'all
ain't
talking
never seen
about?"
it. I have never seen it. It has never happened. Like it is a falsehood that is even being said. It's not happening. He is the guy. You know what I'm saying? Like, and he is going to be the guy, and
Yeah.
until he decides, or they decide that that's not going to be the case. Um, poor LA Knight, eh?
Hey, maybe he's Jericho's program.
I'm gonna kill you.
What? What's wrong with that?
You know what? That's such a LA Knight. You know what? I'm not gonna kill you. That's such a LA
Yeah.
Knight like program.
No, it makes so much sense. You put him with the talkers who like to rile you up. The Miz's, the Drew shit he did. Like that's a very LA Knight esque program.
Ah man, will people be happy about that? You
There's gonna
think?
be a lot of eyes on it because it's a returning guy who was, a big deal in WWE. Like, obviously, they want LA to hold every single title. Sorry, not gonna happen. But I think you give him another statement Mania match, and we know what LA does at Mania, bro. He he about to turn Chris Jericho into a 4.25-star general. Come on, man. Come on.
I don't know, man. Do you think the Yeah movement's gonna be happy about that?
They won't be. They won't. They absolutely won't be. But hey, man, business is business. It's
Ah,
Roman Reigns, it's CM Punk, it's Drew, Cody, Jacob, Sammy. Come on, like somebody
I,
got to take the back seat.
I guess for lack of like a better option here, it's got to be Cody. I don't have a better option here. I don't know what Trick's doing at Mania. I don't know. Well, Jay and Jimmy still have the tag titles for sure.
Mhm.
Javon, I don't know. He seems like ladder match or multi-man match bound. Um, I mean, Cody just seems like he's going to be there. At this point, I don't even know what main events. Well, Punk already said he's main eventing night too.
Yeah,
So
absolutely. That's a done deal. But now with the way these women's matches is looking, because you and I were both, we wanted a women's title in the main event.
nah,
I
not
mean, like Liv's a big deal, but I don't think
this
so.
match. Yeah, like not this match. And
Yeah,
their feud isn't big enough for you know what I'm saying for this the main event. I
yeah,
think Stephanie's still looking for her signature feud. Liv's only signature feud in my eyes is Rhea, and you can't just make up a signature feud here out of the fucking blue. You know, um,
but then again, and obviously very, very different circumstances. But they made Bianca Sasha the main event when it, wasn't really looking that way initially,
And
and it
the
ended
and
up
the
being pretty cool.
and the program was piss poor.
Oh, program was terrible, but hey, man, the match in the moment was lit. Ultimately, I don't think it's gonna happen. I think that if Cody wins his chamber, we can pencil in Drew, Cody, and whoever else potentially gets added as that night one main event.
Yeah.
Because I mean, nah, if it's Oba, I don't think it's Brock and Oba would main event a night one. But you always got to consider Brock as a possible main eventer. But
Yeah, I mean, we'll see. I think we'll be finally on the road to WrestleMania here, firmly after next weekend. And yeah, we'll have more to talk about next week for the A Show. Thank you, Armon, for filling in for Meals here. Appreciate you always, my
always
brother.
a pleasure, brother. Been synced up always, dog.
Oh, absolutely. Thank you so much. And yeah, we're in sync, but we're out of here for another week on the A Show. For Armon, I'm Justin. We'll see you next week. Please watch Elimination Chamber. Please be safe. Please. Especially if you're in New York. Please safe. You got that fucking snow. But yeah, thank you guys. Appreciate y'all. See you next week. Peace.